As people grow older, something subtle yet powerful begins to happen. Without any dramatic announcement, without anger or conflict, many adults slowly pull away from people they once spoke to every day. Friends drift, social circles shrink, and conversations become fewer but deeper. At first, this change can feel worrying. Some wonder if something is wrong with them, if they are becoming lonely, cold, or disconnected. But psychologists and aging experts say something very different. Pulling away from people as you age is not a failure of character. In many cases, it is a sign of emotional maturity, self-awareness, and healthy psychological development. Research from socio-emotional selectivity theory, a well-established concept in psychology, explains that as people age, their perception of time changes. When we are young, time feels unlimited, so we invest energy in many relationships, even shallow or stressful ones. But after middle age, and especially after 60, people become more selective. A major study published by Stanford University found that older adults naturally prioritize emotionally meaningful relationships and reduce contact with people who create stress, conflict, or emotional exhaustion. This shift is not depression or antisocial behavior. It is the brain protecting emotional well-being. One major reason people pull away as they age is emotional fatigue. After decades of giving, forgiving, explaining, and tolerating, many older adults simply reach a point where they no longer want to carry emotional burdens that do not serve them. A retired teacher once shared that in her younger years, she constantly attended gatherings out of obligation. In her 70s, she realized those events left her drained for days. When she chose peace instead, her anxiety decreased and her sleep improved. Research supports this experience. Studies in the Journal of Aging and Mental Health show that chronic social stress increases inflammation and weakens immunity in older adults. Reducing emotionally draining interactions actually supports physical health. Another reason for pulling away is increased self-respect. Aging brings clarity. Many seniors finally recognize patterns they ignored when younger, such as one-sided friendships, constant criticism, or subtle disrespect. A study from the American Psychological Association found that older adults who set firm boundaries experience lower rates of depression and higher life satisfaction. This explains why seniors often stop explaining themselves. They no longer feel the need to justify their choices, opinions, or lifestyle. Silence becomes a form of peace, not avoidance. Loss also plays a powerful role. As people age, they experience the loss of friends, spouses, siblings, and colleagues. These losses reshape social worlds. Over time, rebuilding large social circles feels exhausting rather than exciting. A survey of adults over 65 revealed that while social circles become smaller, emotional closeness increases. Fewer people but deeper bonds. This is why many older adults prefer one meaningful conversation over many casual interactions. This shift often leads to greater emotional stability and reduced loneliness, contrary to popular belief. There is also a neurological explanation. The aging brain becomes less tolerant of noise, chaos, and emotional unpredictability. Neuroscientists have found that older adults show increased sensitivity to stress hormones like cortisol. This means arguments, gossip, and negativity affect them more deeply than before. Pulling away is the nervous system's way of seeking calm. A quiet afternoon, a peaceful routine, or time alone becomes restorative instead of boring. This is not withdrawal. It is regulation. One common mistake people make is labeling this change as loneliness or sadness. In reality, there is a difference between being alone and feeling lonely. Studies show that many seniors who live alone report high levels of contentment, while those surrounded by people but lacking emotional safety feel deeply lonely. Pulling away from people who do not listen, respect, or support you often reduces loneliness, not increases it. The mistake is assuming constant socializing equals happiness. Quality matters far more than quantity. Some older adults also pull away because they have outgrown certain roles. They are no longer the caretaker, the peacemaker, or the emotional dumping ground. A man in his late 60s explained that he stopped answering late-night calls from friends who only contacted him during crises. Once he set boundaries, his stress levels dropped significantly. Research confirms this. Seniors who stop overgiving experience improved mental health and a stronger sense of autonomy. Cultural pressure often tells people that aging means becoming isolated, but the truth is more nuanced. Pulling away is often accompanied by turning inward, toward hobbies, reflection, spirituality, or creativity. Studies on successful aging show that older adults who spend more time on meaningful solo activities experience improved cognitive function and emotional balance. Writing, gardening, walking, reading, or simply thinking quietly all contribute to a sense of fulfillment. It is also important to understand that pulling away does not mean rejecting love. It means choosing it wisely. Older adults often invest more deeply in family members, trusted friends, or even pets. These relationships provide emotional safety without drama. Research shows that emotionally secure relationships lower blood pressure, improve heart health, and even extend lifespan. Peaceful connection is biologically protective. The benefits of this natural withdrawal are profound. Seniors who accept this shift report feeling lighter, calmer, and more authentic. They experience fewer emotional conflicts, better sleep, and reduced anxiety. Instead of chasing approval, they prioritize comfort and honesty. Life becomes less noisy and more meaningful. This clarity is one of the hidden gifts of aging. The solution is not forcing yourself to be social, but listening to what your mind and body need now. If pulling away brings relief rather than sadness, it is likely healthy. If it brings pain, then gentle connection with the right people can help. The key is intention. Aging invites us to edit our lives, not erase them. Pulling away from people as you age is not a loss. It is a refinement. It is the quiet wisdom of knowing that your time, energy, and peace are valuable. And choosing peace, especially in later life, is not weakness. It is strength.